Good morning. You are watching Breakfast Television 724. Oh yes, our young tennis stars here at the Stanley Park Tennis Courts, where we are gearing up, well actually right in the midst of the Stanley Park Open. Christina, 84 years. What an accomplishment for the Open.
That's right. It's been a tradition here in Vancouver, and we're excited that it's continuing. And the goal this year is to make sure that we're bringing what the players expect, and that's the community fun event for the families and players.
And this is the largest amateur tournament in North America.
That's right. We get about almost 1,500 entries, and spectators are also in the thousands. It's a great time to be here.
And who are playing here? Like, how many players do we have? And it's all amateur?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Although there will be some professional players that show up, but none of the rankings count for professional rankings. But like I said, we have over 1,000 players who might play multiple events, which adds up to about 1,500 entries.
Fantastic. Let's meet one of those players right now. Rylan right now is in the shot. Rylan, we're going to get you come and chat with me. Try not to get hit with the ball. There we go. Come on over here, Rylan. Rylan, how old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
And how long have you been playing tennis for?
I've been playing tennis now for 4 years.
Fantastic. So what is it that you love about tennis?
I just love how everyone's so nice, and when you lose, you have another chance to play, and it's just a great atmosphere playing tennis.
So now you've been playing in the tournament. How many of the players do you know, and have you researched, and what is your strategy for playing with an unknown entity?
Well, if I'm playing with someone I don't know, I usually try to find their weakness in the warm-up, and hopefully that works.
What would you say is your strong suit as a player?
I'd say my forehand is my weapon.
Your forehand is your weapon. Can we see what that looks like here? Oh, that looks fierce. That looks absolutely fierce. By the way, the Stanley Park Open is on now right here in Stanley Park until July 19th, Russ, but I can tell perhaps one of our next big stars here, local boy here, Rylan.
I love that, how Rylan, he starts you off with the old, oh, everybody's such a nice sport, everybody's really nice to you, and then, of course, he shows you how cunning he is. I size him up in the warm-up. Look for the weak spot. That's a nice touch, Rylan. Well done. Look.
You know, and it's always nice to pay homage to the original, right? We're talking about high technology rackets, but first of all, this is an oldie but a goodie.
It is, circa 1920. And so rackets really from 1870 to probably the end of the wood racket era, 1979, have been made out of wood, and fundamentally the head size and the shape of the racket really has remained the same, about 60 square inch head. So in mid-70s, Prince came out with a racket that was 110 square inch head. This is a new version of it. It's a little bit larger, and it really revolutionized tennis. It gave people an option from the same standard head size racket to now something quite a bit larger, a larger sweet spot, more power, more powerful racket. And then about 6 years after that was graphite. So in a 6-year period, probably from 76 to 82, was hugely revolutionary for racket development.
Why wouldn't someone want the opportunity to have a bigger sweet spot? Seems to me that's an obvious.
It sounds great, right? More power, larger sweet spot, but at the detriment of control. So when rackets start getting large in head like that, head size like that, the control factor drops down to where we've kind of settled in. This is sort of now the new kind of most sold head size. It's about 100 square inch head. Most of the tour players are using about this head size, and this is where we're at now.
The Fitbit of tennis rackets.
The Fitbit of tennis, exactly. This is called the Babolat Play. So Babolat thought about 10 years ago, what can we do next? And they thought it'd be a great idea to be able to give feedback to a player. It has electronic componentry in the handle that allows that will measure a variety of things from kilojoules of energy spent. Yes, you bet. This is where you plug it in to your computer. It'll measure your forehands, backhands, serves, and overheads, and where on the racket surface area that you're striking.
And then people can actually see that right here.
So this is one screenshot of the information. This is showing someone's forehand and where they're striking the ball. So this person is striking in the sweet spot, 37%. Not a phenomenal day for that person. I know you're going to be hitting with Nick later, and you'll be doing better than that, I'm sure.
Excellent. Well, for more details, by the way, on where you can get these rackets, check out Rackets and Runners and the Stanley Park Open on now through the 19th. We're going to take a little break here on BT. What will the weather hold for the rest of the tournament, or at least maybe the next week? Russ Kate has those details. Cora, come on over. Cora, you look so lovely in your tennis gear. You've been playing in the Stanley Park Open for how long?
Oh, over 13 years.
Over 13 years. So what is that experience like for players? Because this is the largest amateur tournament in North America right here.
Oh, it's a fabulous experience. They're the fantastic venue. I was here the other day and there was a mother raccoon and her 3 babies walking behind the court, and there's kids very young to very old people like me who can play, and the very best players, the elite players, to the very beginners. So it's really a fabulous experience.
So do it. Make your way here as a spectator. Cora says it only adds just a little bit of pressure there. Jody and Riaz. Stanley Park Open on now until the 19th. Well, right now we're seeing 11-year-old Rylan doing a little rally, a little doubles with me. And by the way, Nick, he said that he's able to find out the weakness of a player when they warm up. I think it's very clear what my weakness is here. Oh my goodness. Of course, the Stanley Park Open right now on until the 19th of July. Okay, I got to get a little bit of a lesson. I noticed that I'm doing a bit of a hop when I hit it, as though that's going to help me. That's not really how you play.
It's interesting right now, for sure.
It's an interesting experiment. Okay, give me the goods. How do I know where to hit? It's all about direction, and how do I make sure I'm hitting it where I'm supposed to hit it?
So what you can do is, to help you with direction, it's all about the face of the racket.
Okay.
So wherever the racket is pointed, that's where the ball is going to go. So if you kind of imagine it like a flashlight, then you just try and shine your flashlight on the target as long as you can.
And this is relevant whether I'm doing a backhand or forehand.
Doesn't matter. Either on volleys, serves, everything. It's just trying to face that flashlight on the target as long as you can go.
So for people that are just learning to play tennis, I mean, you've got some young kids that I'm sure are inspired by what they're seeing in Wimbledon with our local players.
For sure. Yeah. It's great to have Vashik in the quarters right now, and yeah, he's doing fantastic.
Excellent. Okay, so let's see how we do a little rally, and maybe you can give me a bit of a critique while we go. You guys ready?
Okay.
Let's go. So we'll see what happens.
So really keep your flashlight on the target as long as you can.
Let me get on your side just so
Not bad. No, go for it.
How did I do there?
That wasn't bad. Hey, very nice. Good. A little bit softer. A little bit softer.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent. So much that I've learned in that short amount of time. You can find out more about the North Vancouver Tennis Centre. Check them out. They've got lessons, they've got camps, and all sorts of good stuff. And by the way, Stanley Park Open on now until the 19th. Let's keep going, guys. We're really doing well here.
You want to go with the ball?
Fun fact, the BT tennis crew, pretty good.